Hello everybody, my name is Brian Welch, and I'm going to be discussing the Cornerstone quoting tool with you guys in regards to all of its capabilities and exactly what you can do on the system. What you're looking at here in front of you is the screen where after you get logged in, this is the home page or the dashboard screen. We'll go over all the capabilities of this screen and then how to run quotes and how to use the system in general. So when you get logged in, this is a screen that will greet you. As you can see, you have all the different product lines under here where you can run those quotes. From this screen, you can see the My Account button and the support page. The My Account page is going to allow you to edit your information if you want to change your login information, if you want to update your password, etc. You can do that from the My Account page. The second screen here is the support page. If you are having issues with your account, you have questions in regards to your account, or you want to contact support in regards to maybe a question about a company or something, you would just need to click that button here in the top right-hand corner, and that will allow you to send in an email to get a fast response. Over on the left-hand side here, there'll be a couple different things. You can navigate to the companies using these tabs below if you didn't want to use this tools box here. You can also contact support from this method. You can see the username that you're logged in with, as well as a manage devices. This is where if you wanted to log off on another device that you were logged into, you can choose to do it there. You can be logged in at under 5 different devices, multiple computers and things like that at the same time. So we'll go ahead and try running a quote here. We'll start with Medicare supplements. So to run a quote, you just click Run Quote. This will bring you to the Quick Quote page. This is where you actually enter in the demographics of the person you're running. So we'll go ahead and type in a zip code. This will not only give you the zip code and the county, but also the city and state that this zip code corresponds to. You can select the age, the gender, and the tobacco status, as well as we're going to default to Plan F, but as you can see here, we have all the different types of plans for you to select. Second to last thing is we do have a sort option. We default by price, meaning that we're going to organize the companies based upon price. But if you'd rather see it by rating or by company name in alphabetical order, we have that as well. The last thing here is an effective date. If you wanted to see a future effective date rather than today's date rate, you can choose to select it there. And then lastly is an optional choice. If you wanted to personalize these quotes with an agent, you can choose to type in the name there of the client you're running the quote for. We'll go ahead and press Get Quote. It's going to pull all the plans for Plan F, sorted by price for a 65-year-old female non-tobacco in a Nebraska zip code. And because we sorted by price, it's going to do it cheapest to most expensive. As you can see here, there's a lot of different things going on, and I'll kind of start at the top and work my way down. Up above here is the Quick Quote screen. So if you wanted to switch from Plan F to G, or you wanted to change from non-tobacco to tobacco, you can using this Quick Quote section here. In doing so, this allows you to not have to keep going back and forth with the previous screen. You can do it right here from this screen. Down below, we'll give you the company name that you're looking at, the price per month, if there's a household discount or a policy fee associated with this company, and we'll also give you information on the company in general. If it's an attained age policy, if they have an AM Best S&P rating, if it's applicable, if they have a parent company, the rating class. Many of the companies do have a rating class or different levels or tiers associated with the rates, and we'll label that there. And we'll also give the effective date of all the rates. And so these will be different based upon company, but these are the most effective dates. These are the most up-to-date rates as of the date that you ran the quote for. Beyond that, below, we have a few different tabs. One is the plan details, and this is essentially going over what Medicare would pay, what the plan would pay, and then what the consumer would pay under this plan. And this can be printed and attached to quotes if you wanted to do that. But this just gives you a really good indication of the benefits associated with these plans. And as you can see, because this is Plan F, the costs are all zero. The second and third button here in regards to the applications, electronic applications or e-app links. It will direct you to where you can actually go to submit this business online. And so if you wanted to submit the business, you can click that link for all the companies that have e-app capabilities and go ahead and proceed with submitting that application. The PDF application is simply just a PDF app that you can print or email to somebody that would be interested in looking at that demographic. On the left-hand side here, we have our toolbar. The first thing here is the compare quotes and the universal compare. So let's say you wanted to compare a couple side by side rather than as a group. You can click the company names. It will highlight these in green. That will then allow you to put these side by side and kind of allow you to see these separate of the other companies. You would then just click compare quotes. It will take you to a new screen where you'll be allowed to see these side by side that you can then print or export to PDF if you wanted to share this information but didn't want anybody to know all the companies that you were looking at. Below the compare is the universal compare. And what the universal compare is, it'll allow you to compare cross products. So let's say you wanted to compare this Equitable Life and Casualty Med Supp to also a final expense. All you have to do is click this globe icon here. It will then turn it purple and place the universal quote compare company up here. You would then just need to switch and run a different product line. Click the globe on that product, and you can put those side by side if you wanted to show the client two different types of products on the same sheet. Below that there is the export features. We allow you to print, export to PDF, and export to Excel. Printing button is essentially what this will do is it'll put it in a printer-friendly format, as well as it will strip out all the colors, so you're not using all your ink. It'll make it printer-friendly and be able to print a nice, neat form. The PDF button here will export exactly what you're looking at here below to the PDF. And this is if you wanted to save it to your computer, if you wanted more of a professional print-off with the color included into it, or you were going to email the quotes to somebody, you could use that export to PDF function. In addition to that, if you wanted to hide any of these companies from the exports, up above here there is a remove section where you can actually remove certain companies from the list, and it will then export to exactly what you're looking at here below if you wanted to remove certain companies. The last export here is the Excel, and this will allow you to export the actual data into an Excel document. Some users like to actually just see the data rather than the system or the PDF, and that's for anybody that just wants to look at the data itself. Below that we have 5 different adjust your view sections. One is just in a contracted view, so if you wanted a simpler view, if you wanted to be able to send this with just the price and the company name and not the other information, you can. And you can default to any of these adjust your view sections by clicking the settings button up here in the right-hand corner. This will allow you to edit your username, your account, to default to exactly what you want it to show up as. So rather than running every quote and having to unclick the expanded quotes, you can automatically have that unclicked when you run the quote. The second button here is the apply discounts. This is if you want to apply this household discount to the fee. You can click this button. It will then allow you to apply that rate, and the order of the companies will adjust to show you, the reorder of the companies based upon the discounts that's associated with that. Third thing down here is the annual rate, and this is pretty self-explanatory. If you'd rather see the annual rate versus the monthly, you simply can click that, and it'll allow you to see the annual rate. Fourth thing down here is the market analytics, and this has the most information in it. The first box here is the increase history, or the age increases for retained age policies. If it is an issue age or a community-rated policy, this box will be blank. But as you can see for Oxford Life, it is an attained age policy in the state we're in. And so you can see for each year the insured gets older, what that policy will raise to, and what they will pay in the future based upon the rate they have today. The second box here is increase history. So this will show you since 2010, which is when Medicare Supplement modernized their plans, what their increase history has been, when they've changed rates, and their rate of change on a plan and state-specific level. The last thing here is the market data, and this is simply just NAIC data. And so if you wanted to view the financials or the lives insured, premiums earned, loss ratios, and market share, both on a state and national level, we were supplying that information, and this is all self-reported by the companies. And then the last thing here is select plans. If you are in states that have select plans and you want to view those select plans, you can simply just click select. It will then populate a select icon here to notify you that the select plan is available and that what you're viewing is a select plan. Moving on down below, we have the underwriting, and this will allow you to view all the look-back periods directly off the applications. And so if you're dealing with somebody outside their open enrollment period and they are looking to sign up for a Medicare supplement plan and they happen to have a heart attack, let's say, you can click heart attack, and for all the companies, we'll show you if they do underwrite, if they do ask for that, they do ask that question, and then what that look-back period is. So you can see here for Oxford Life, the look-back period is 2 years. And so this just gives you a really good idea beyond just the rate of exactly what would be applicable to your client. And you can choose to scroll through all the conditions, or you can use the search bar if you're looking for a specific condition and don't want to scroll through. The last thing here is the filter quotes. You can see companies that contain a household discount or that don't have a policy fee. If you want to filter your results down even more, to include a better, more filtered search result. So that's the Medicare supplement tool. We'll move on to the other product lines, and as you can see, as we move down the list, you'll be able, if you can run a quote in one, you'll be able to run them in all. So we'll go to Medicare Advantage here. This will work the same way. Zip code. It'll tell you the county and state that you're looking at. You can choose to sort by price or rating like before. You can choose to personalize the quote here, or if you wanted to look at a Part D or a special needs plan, you can. So we'll go ahead and press Get Quote. This will load the results, cheapest to most expensive, or lowest max out of pocket to the highest. We'll give you the price per month, which is normally 0. Max out of pocket, star rankings, drug deductibles, AM Best and S&P ratings if they're applicable, and if they have drug coverage, as well as the type of plan type it is it a local HMO, is it a PPO, etc. As you can see, we have all the different universal compare and compare quotes, so if you wanted to compare this side by side with a hospital indemnity to fill in the gaps, you can. We also have, if you want to compare these side by side, you can. All the export features are still here. And the quick quote sections are all still here. And so all those features are applicable to all the different types of tools. Beyond that, if you wanted to see the actual benefits associated with these plans, all you need to do is click Plan Details. It will now take you to a different screen where you can actually see the co-payments, the co-insurances, all the deductibles and things like that are associated with these plans. You can see that here. This can also be printed or sent to PDF if you wanted to share this information as well. Just like the Universal Compare, if you wanted to fill in the gaps with a hospital indemnity right away without having to do a Universal Compare, we have that feature there associated with the MA plans because we know a lot of people like to write them with the hospital indemnity. So that's the Medicare Advantage tool. We'll move on to final expense here. This will work a little bit different in the sense of how the quote is ran. So go ahead and type in a zip code, age, gender, and tobacco status, just like before. But you can choose to either select a face amount or you can type in a monthly rate. So if you wanted to see every plan that was $50, you can choose to run it that way. We're going to default to level, but as you can see, we have the graded, the ROP plans, the single pay plans, etc. You can choose to see those different types of plans. So we'll go ahead and get quote. Because we typed in 50, it's going to pull the monthly rate of $50 and then the corresponding face amount that company would provide for the $50. Again, if you wanted to look at all $15,000 face amounts, you can choose to just run the quote by the face amount. So as you can see here, this is the monthly rate of $50. The reason is that this says $44.56 or $44 is because of the fees. And so if you want to apply the fees, again, this can be defaulted. So if you always want to include the fees, you can by going up here to the settings button. But this will allow you to see, so for $50, Liberty Bankers Life will give you $8,605 of final expense life coverage. We'll show you underwriting. We'll show you parent companies, S&P and AM Best ratings if they apply. The export features, the compare quotes is all still here, as well as if you wanted to see the quarterly or semi-annual rates, you can. And we also have the look-back periods for this product as well. So if you are dealing with somebody that's not signing up for a guaranteed issue product or has to go through underwriting, we will provide those look-back periods to you. Lastly, if you only wanted to see guaranteed issue only, we allow you to filter that way to only look at GI products if that's in fact what you're looking for, to kind of narrow down your results so you're not scrolling through the screen, trying to find a needle in a haystack, so to speak. That's the final expense tool. The hospital indemnity tool is next, and so this will work just like the dental, so they'll work the same way. And this will allow you to run a quote, see some hospital indemnity companies, but as well as add riders. If you wanted to add a vision rider to a dental plan, or you wanted to add an ambulance rider to the hospital indemnity plan, this system will do it for you. So we'll go ahead and type in the zip code here. Press Get Quote. And what you're going to see here is just the base plan rate with no riders included into it, no increased benefit amounts. This is just going to be the extremely low base plans available. So we'll let you know what the base plan is associated with that rate. And again, all the export and compare features are all still here, the filtered quotes, etc. If you want to see the actual in-depth details of these plans, you just click Plan Details. It'll take you to the new screen here, where you can then go over you can increase the lump sum benefit, you can add a skilled nursing benefit, and it will do all the math for you and add it all up for you here at the top. That you can then print or export to PDF if you wanted to share this information. Dental will work the same way, except for the dental plans. It'll allow you to run a quote, same demographic information. Like I said before, we try to make the tools as the same as possible. So if you can run a quote on one tool, you can do them on them all. Again, we'll give you the base plan information, the exports, and the compare features are all still here. Plan details, if you want to see more details associated with these plans. This will allow you to add vision riders, benefit riders, and to see when they actually pay full benefits, which are important for these dental plans. All the different types of information will be available here of exactly what it covers. And so that's in a quick review. That's how the tool works. I hope you enjoy using the tool and find it useful. And you can continue to use it on your day-to-day practices. I appreciate your time. Thank you.